Hey TJ, how's it going? Frank's here. TJ, I came on early today because me and I have to leave about 9:30 or so, and I'm hoping that maybe somebody will join and be on the panel. Mia's got a neat appointment with the vet to have her nails trimmed and checked, so I decided to come in a little early and see what's going on and see if anybody else is going to join the panel. Yeah, her appointment is at 10 o'clock, but I like to get there a little bit early. Right? Right, Boner? You're a goofball. Come on up here and say hello to everybody. Say hello to everybody. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Yeah, you're a goofball. You're a goofball. Come here. We're going to the vet this morning. Right? Yes. Yes, you are. Suppose it wouldn't hurt for me to let her out a little bit. Be right back. Hope she goes out and burns off some of that energy. Oh. Yes, Boone, that's right, Giggles. I don't know. It's going to take a long time for me to. I'll never forget Mia, but Boone, yeah. Jack was a great dog too, but here comes Boone, and there goes Boone into the living room. He's fired up this morning. Oh, Booner. You're full of piss and vinegar this morning, aren't you? Aren't you? Yes. He's looking out the door, looking for a squirrel or a bird or something. Always on the hunt. Right, Boner? Yeah. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. Right, Boner? Boone. Come here. Come here. Come on, Boone. Oh, oh, yeah. You're a wild one. He's a wild child, that's for sure. So, how's everybody doing this morning? Oh, Giggle says it's raining in Florida. Yeah, well, you kind of thought it was going to happen. Brenda was calling for rain though. She needs the rain. Although that what doesn't help her golf game any, I don't think. But hey, what do I know? Every once in a while, you'll be able to see Boone come running through here. Chill, Boner. Huh? Come here. What? What? Come here. You're a goofball. You're a goofball. Yes, you are. Go lay down. Go lay down before you go to the vet. Take a break. Yeah, it's a sunny day again today. I don't know if you're supposed to get maybe up to about 58, I think. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Today, expect a high of 75 degrees.
Ooh, 75. Thank you. I see they're still having trouble with the air traffic control. They had another shutdown. Hey, Johnny, good morning. Good morning. Where's your sidekick? Captain Joe is not to be seen yet this morning. Yeah, I did mean Boone, TJ, but it's Boone, the En in Boone. Yeah, I know, Johnny. You've told us that before. He's usually sleeping. He's probably still nerved up because he can't get those poker chips exactly the way he wants them. After everybody puts in their 2 cents, he keeps trying to change it, you know?
Roger, starting traffic. Her attorneys argue she is pretty much what they claim. And have you ever wanted to run around and just like the Dark Knight through the Wayne Enterprises Experience website? You can now buy a life-size, fully drivable topless vehicle from Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy for $3 million. The first time the Tesla has ever been made available for public purchase. And though there had lots of guys, given that Tesla truck
It just announced on the news that a company now has made a tumbler vehicle from Back to the Future, which you can buy for $3 million. That's a bit much.
Here in New York City. today. Temperature 60 right now, a nice sunshine. And taking a look at the rest of the country, we have warm temperatures across the northern plains, getting up to the 90s in Fargo, and very warm across the south. In between that, we have an area.
That's right, TJ. It's Boone, Boone, at the end. He's a little touchy about his name. Well, we got 11 people watching. Nobody's joining the panel. I don't know where Dominic is, but you know, it's late night there. Ah, here comes my other me, my mini me.
Yeah, that's nobody's joining because you went on 15 minutes early. I wasn't even looking for your show. I was going to look for it in another 5 minutes.
Well, yeah, I went on early because Boone's got to go to the vet at 10 o'clock.
Wow.
So I figured I'd get things up and rolling because I got to leave here probably at 9:30, 20 minutes to 10.
Did you end up shooting that thing for the school or what?
What's that?
You end up shooting that thing for the school or
Oh
what?
yeah, I did. But the bonehead thing that I did was when I got done, I took the SD card out of the drone and handed it to him.
Oh, so that's not your only SD card though, is it?
No, but I don't have any record of flying it.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of
Well, if they have a school website on Facebook, which I'm sure they do, because most schools do.
just praying that they will return it to me, but who knows? There wasn't any stipulation that I wanted it returned.
Well, like I said, it's most likely that school has a Facebook page. It's probably where they're going to post it.
Yeah. Well, today is the Monday after, so there wasn't any teachers or any aides or anything there on the weekend. So now this is the week that they should do something with that video, I would imagine. Giggles is just kind of hibernating again this morning.
I'm surprised the person that's. I wonder who's editing it. You're starting to see a lot more people now with cameras incorporating drones in their stuff. Let me see who's in the chat. Jody, Russell, Johnny, TJ, and Brenda. What's up?
I suppose I could call the school and ask them to make sure that I get the SD card back, but they're liable to erase it. So
Did you have anything on it?
just the footage I took of them.
Yeah.
That's why SelectQuote makes getting coverage you need. Now head up to staff and
Visit SelectQuote.com
Gonna go
I'm gonna
take a
call
nap,
it just-
TJ. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. We can go take a nap. Were you up all night?
Yeah, this is Paul Murray calling. I'm the one that took the drone footage on Friday. And I gave the SD card to one of the people in charge out there. And I would like to get that SD card back because I'd like to look at the footage myself. I didn't get a chance to look at it. Yeah, it could have been Julie.
What's your phone number?
810-531-3966. I just live behind the school at 2865 Stone Street, big white house.
So 6 seconds.
Yeah, okay, I'd appreciate it because I just didn't want them to pitch it or because I'd like to see it, you know.
And plus you want.
Okay, yeah, preferably they just copy it and then return it. Thank you. Bye-bye.
What size memory card was that?
8, 10, 16 gig. It was an expensive one.
So what kind of shots did you do? Just a straight overhead?
All
or-
aerials. And I just expected my thought was that they would just take it and edit it the whatever how they want to do it, whether they want to do individual shots. Because as you know, you can take pictures from video, but you can't make pictures into video.
You can now with AI,
Yeah,
but they only doing 10-second ones right now. Most likely they probably want it for their yearbook too.
that's I
I
don't have
almost-
any problems with it. You know, I gave
I
them
almost
permission
bet
to
that's what
use
they
it.
want the shot for. It's probably for their yearbook.
Well, no, it's their 100th anniversary.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but they're gonna want that in their yearbook too
Yep.
at the end of the year. Plus, they're probably
And they took
gonna-
all the kids and they formed them into 3 areas that spelled out 100.
Yeah, there's 3 main things they're gonna want it for. They'll probably want it for a picture in the office. 'Cause they're probably gonna make a big picture and frame it. They want it for the yearbook, and they're probably gonna want it for any social media sites the school has.
Yep.
To not have social media, kind of nice.
Yes, TJ's going to go to sleep.
That happens, especially creativity and that thing can just turn so much. Like we
He
played
must have got up really early this morning if he's going to take a nap at 9 o'clock.
Yep. Brenda. So we'll see how it goes. I'm waiting for somebody now that you're here, Justin. I suppose I could just leave you here, but because in about 35, 40 minutes, I got to head up to the vet. Boone's nails are getting long and pointy.
Usually I jump off around 9:30, so I won't be around much.
Yeah, okay.
Well-
That's well, hopefully maybe somebody will join by then.
Well, we can stay on until you got.
As they say, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, you know?
Yeah, nobody jumps on before you leave them. You just, I guess, shut it down for the morning.
Yep.
Oh, I just gotta get through this week.
This is your last week?
No, I got 1 week left, but I have almost all of next week off. So because I gotta stay home because Sarah's going out of town. So I'll be off
She-
for Monday
she's
through
go-
Thursday.
She's going out of town, huh?
Plus I got possibly jury duty. So I took a couple days off for that just in case. So well, actually, my jury duty would be the 21st, I think it is. I gotta look at the paper. I think it's on the 21st. But I can call the night before and find out if I even have to go or not, because they'll tell you the day before whether they need you or not.
Sure.
I'm hoping they don't call me, but see. Because I think Sarah gets back the same day I got jury duty, but her plane gets in at like 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm hoping that I don't have to go. Otherwise, I possibly might not be able to go get her.
Where's Sarah going?
Alabama or Arkansas, Alabama, I think. It's going for her friend's wedding. They decided to have it there. And none of their family lives there or is from there.
So
And
everybody's got to fly in or drive in?
yeah, everybody's leaving Florida just to go to another state. It makes no fucking sense. Like everybody that was in both their families all live in Florida. So
That isn't very thoughtful, was it?
yeah, and then they only gave everybody like a month and a half to plan too. Like they didn't do it like they didn't plan it like a year. If they would have gave everybody like 6 months or a year, it would have been more convenient. But it was like that's why Sarah's going by herself because it was just too last minute to plan for it. So otherwise, we all would have went. But
There's Lance.
Morning, guys.
so
Are you going to fly, Lance, or you just headed into work?
I'm going to stop and fly probably in a garage, outdoor garage. Kind of misty, so I might have to. We'll see when I get closer to Tacoma.
what are you gonna go up on the top floor and on the outside and fly from up top or what?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then but yeah. I don't know which bird I'm going to fly yet. We'll see. See when I get there.
Do you just haul your drones with you every day back and forth?
Not all of them. Usually the Avata and the Mavic 3. Sometimes I have the Air 2S with me, but
How long of a drive is it from your house to the school?
30 minutes.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That you repeated to get out of there, leave the area.
How long a drive do you have?
What's that, Lance?
How long a drive does Justin have?
Out of the bus yard, like 10 minutes.
Oh, that's real good.
Maybe 15 if the traffic's real thick in the afternoon, but other than that, it's not that bad. It's nothing in the morning time. It takes me like 7, 8 minutes to get there in the morning because there ain't nobody on the road. So I just go through all the lights.
My wife, for the last 25 years, has had a 1 mile commute.
What's up, Dustin?
Now,
Takes
Lance,
about
your
2
daughter
minutes.
comes home Wednesday?
She comes home Wednesday.
Dustin says do the FPV.
He has a final today
The
and
parking
then
garage.
another final tomorrow.
Now your wife's flying down there to help her pack up or what?
Correct, yeah.
So
I
how
didn't get
long
her-
will they do their pack up thing? A day or two or what?
No, it'll take a couple hours, probably 3-4 hours.
Oh, so they'll come back, fly back again on Wednesday?
Yeah, so I drop her off like at 4 in the morning and I'll pick her up again about 10 o'clock at night.
Okay. All
So what
right.
does she
And,
do? Just put her stuff in storage there, or she mail it back?
Uh,
or what?
This year, yes, because we lived in an apartment and we have a big screen TV and we've got to store that. So we rented like a 5x5.
Oh, one of those little closet storage units.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one that I got. I bought one of those one time when I was doing storage units with my cousin and found a 1 ounce gold coin in there. It's a $50 US Mint coin. It was 1 troy ounce, and I think I paid like $100 for the storage unit, and that was the only thing valuable in there. The rest of it was just junk.
Hey, Justin, One Vision said Justin's got to go pick up a few of those lot lizards to entertain him for the day.
Not on the bus, I'm not. But
I think he's referring to the children as lot lizards.
I hope not. And that's creepy as fuck. But I I ended up getting that coin out of there and ended up paying for the unit and extra money. At the time, I think gold was 15 or 1400 an ounce. And one of my dad's friends that owned a pawn shop gave me full price for it because he wanted it for his collection.
One Vision says, nope, not kids. That's sick.
I didn't think he was referring to them. Yeah, I just got to make it through this week. I'll have 6 days off, go back for a day, and then I'll have another 3 days off. Then we have 2.5 days left of school.
And then that's the end of it for the
Mhm.
season.
Yep.
So then when do you have to go back? Is it like August?
Uh, June, July, sometime at the end of August. I want to say it's right at like 3 months because it's like 2 months and 3 weeks or something they have off.
Okay. Now, do any of the busing people work in the summertime at all, or
Just for summer school, that's it.
okay?
Well, most of the school district, like 99% of them have that time off. There's a few people that still work through the summer. I think like the maintenance guys still work. I know the mechanics at the garage, from what I was told, they still work through the summer because they still have things they have to do to the buses. So
Yeah, I would imagine that any kind of a break like that gives them an opportunity to fix everything that they've put on the list to get fixed when they get a chance.
well, most of the stuff, like, because they've made the buses kind of everything's just really interchangeable. It's super easy. Like 90% of the fixes they can do within an hour. Like the only thing that really takes a long time is if they got to like rip a transmission out or a motor or something like that.
Now, have you gotten any electric buses yet?
No.
I can't imagine why anybody want to have electric buses. That's more maintenance and expense, you know?
I wouldn't think it would be more maintenance, less moving parts. Cause like Teslas tend to be a lot less maintenance than regular cars. The two people I know that got Teslas, the only thing they've replaced on them in a 6, 7 year period is just tires, so maybe brakes. Cause they don't have to get regular oil changes and all that. But no, we got the new 2025 buses and none of those are electric. They're all diesel.
Now, all your buses fuel up at the terminal, right?
Yeah, there's fill up stations. There's like 4 or 5 of them around the county that the buses can go to and fill up. They're all county locations.
Oh, okay.
So because they share it with all the county employees, whether they're like park people or some kind of county work truck, or if like the sheriff's department, they fill up there. So you'll see a lot of sheriff's cars in there filling up at our bus depot. They'll be in there all the time filling up, but they use propane on their cars. So because we got propane, gas, and diesel tanks, but they use the propane for some reason. All the sheriff's cars are propane. I don't know why, but
Medium sizes offices, the tariffs, I thought of it.
I don't know.
Now,
if
is it the propane motors more economical as far as?
I don't know. I honestly have no idea if they are or not. I'm not sure. I don't know. From what I was told, they don't really. It's not really doesn't like really give you any more horsepower or anything. About the same as gas. So, like I said, I'm not real sure why they went that way. Maybe that's just the way they do them now. I'm not sure. But I'd hate to be somebody that buys one of those at a damn uh auction, because unless you know how to like switch it back over to gas, I don't know how the fuck you'd fill up, because there ain't no propane fill ups anywhere around here
Yeah.
that I've ever seen at gas stations. So Donald said propane burns cleaner. Yeah.
But if the guys is crossing in the time we are turn time. So there's 2 hours and 15 minutes from they said nothing is done.
It's cloudy and rainy today. Been raining nonstop since last night, which is a good thing. So
Mudball says propane burns cleaner, but I don't know if the mileage is better versus one or the other.
from what I was kind of explained to, I don't know if it's accurate or not, but I was kind of explained that it was kind of the same as gas. It wasn't really any better or worse as far as like horsepower.
On
gas
par,
mileage.
okay.
And then we even share one fuel station with the what is it, the oh, hold on, I got a phone call.
Graciously offered to donate a plane to the Department of Defense.
Keep going up.
Are still being worked out. And it helps out utmost transparency
A replacement for Air Force One, courtesy of Qatar. Well, why not? Chill concerns of accepting a jumbo jet from the Persian Gulf country. And did you catch this?
Was because I didn't want to have a divided time credit card. And I thought it'd be better to put the company that had my interest, my trust. I sold so much for chair retire and former president and train this operating these.
Those can fly through those. Ba-dum.
One of the easiest ways to pay better and help protect yourself.
So Lance, what time do you have to be to school?
7:45 is when teachers have to be there. I don't have kids until 9 o'clock, 9:09 or something like that.
Okay.
And it's 6:20 now, ish.
So you got 3 hours.
Yeah. And I'm in the parking garage now, and I'm driving up to the top. And I'm looking, I can fly out, I can come down inside and fly out if I want to. I might,
Now, what are you going to be flying today?
I might fly the Avata if I'm going to be underground or inside.
Don't hit nobody's car.
Don't hit anyone's car. That's right.
Here comes David, Birdman.
Justin smells.
Don't. What?
Now he's gone.
He just came in to say that and left.
Yep.
Oh. No, but we have one field station that we share with the National Forest Service. That was what I was going to say before I had that phone call. No, we weren't talking about the buses, Donald. We do have a few buses that run propane, but I was talking about the sheriff's cars. The buses are just diesel. 90% of them are diesel. We have like 3 or 4 in our yard that are propane.
Probably go send that message was on Laura.
Oh, I'm sure.
He was up at the hospital with her mother again.
Oh, is he?
Is it like a bad visit or what?
Can be. The issue that she has with her legs, the cellulitis that's infected and stuff, has spread to her face.
Let's hope they can get it under control.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
Sarah
don't
just got
want to make
back.
no accusations, but since the COVID jabs, there are many, many hundreds of thousands of people with severe cellulitis in the legs and body, and I'm one of them.
Well, I mean, it was a thing that was rushed. It didn't have to
Yeah.
be studied like other ones do, you know. Sarah
Then
just got
again,
back from her cardiology appointment. So
I'll take cellulitis over bloody COVID. That's for sure.
she they have to do a stress test next month, and then I guess they decide what they're going to do with her thyroid at that point. But two of the three doctors want it out, so they're just waiting for the cardiologist to concur with their two diagnoses. So
What's a
She's like,
thyroid?
what's a thyroid?
I know what a thyroid is. It's just that mine's dead.
She's got an overactive one, so
Yeah.
But she's
I
had
know.
it under control with the medication for the last few months. But she has to see three different doctors: her primary, an endocrinologist, and a cardiologist. And then when all three of them come to the same conclusion, which two of out of the three already have, she's going to be scheduled for surgery probably sometime this summer. So then they'll go in and take it out. And she just has to take that pill every day.
Hello, Joe.
What's up, Joe?
I'm thinking, Joe, the A in captain should be a small a and not a capital.
Oh, there you
Quit
go.
thinking. Quit thinking.
Are you still working on that, Joe, or did you get it handled?
I am never making it again.
Looks like he just got up.
No, I've
It
been
was a-
up. I've been letting Paul sweat a while, and then y'all came on.
Well, I told him, I said, well, you came on 15 minutes early. Like when I get home at 8:30, I don't look to see if Paul's live till around 9 o'clock. So if he goes
Yeah,
on
he
early,
came on earlier than that.
I don't know. So I don't know he's live until around 9 usually when I look. But I
Yeah,
happen to be on
he sat there letting Boone walk around so you could see that, and he was sitting there sad, looking sad that nobody was on.
I said, and I happen to just be on YouTube looking at something and saw he
He
was
said,
live.
I see
Otherwise,
Johnny in the chat. I don't see his sidekick. Yeah,
I
I've been
thought-
here.
He said you were on YouTube, but he was more on Pornhub, looking at his gay porn.
Probably.
That's why I didn't say
I
porn.
don't know why Paul's live stream is coming up on there then.
Yeah.
Well, if that's how you want to stream it. But yeah, think about it, Paul. He said that he came on and he didn't see you live. He's either not following you
Who didn't
or
see him live?
he was on another website.
It could have been another website.
Who
Yeah,
said he didn't see him live?
you did.
No, I said I don't look to see if Paul's live till around 9 o'clock my time.
He should be on your main page. I'm sorry, but every time I come on, when Paul's live, he's on my main page, first one.
He is on my main page, but what I'm saying is
doesn't pop up.
I normally don't get on YouTube till around 9 o'clock when I get home because I usually go
Well, I
make some
don't know,
food.
Paul. I think he needs to dig this hole a little bit bigger.
No, because I usually go make my breakfast. I sit down, I eat, and then I'll go to the bathroom. And then by the time I get done with all that, usually Paul's live, but I happen to do things a little out of the
David just like to get you
order
riled.
this morning.
David's an asshole.
What's up,
Justin
Warren?
too. Justin
Mark?
too at times.
I am not.
I ain't never showing y'all what I'm making again.
Good morning, Mark.
Good
Nothing but
morning.
nice.
Well, good afternoon. Good morning.
Well, yeah, you guys ruined it for Joe. He was having a good time until you guys critiqued what he was doing, and he just went in over the
It
cliff.
was no, it was friendly, constructive criticism.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Suggestions for improvement.
Exactly.
Now I gotta reconstruct the whole motherfucking thing.
Could be like every other live show and just everybody's ass. Tell you how it is, Joe.
Yeah, just be thankful you haven't got art criticising it as well.
You'd only be able to criticize it a little bit.
Jacob left again, and he's back. Why you keep dropping out?
Well, I enjoyed the concert last night.
Why you keep dropping out, David?
Not a fucking clue. I took one USB port out and the whole computer decided, yeah, fucking hell, I'm done. Bye.
God, I remember when Matt was doing those FPV drones on his computer. Every time he would plug it into the computer, it cut his fucking Wi-Fi out, and then we'd have to wait for him to get back on the live stream. Tell us what the drone did when Mike was helping him with the what was it, the that software or whatever for the FPV drones. Oh, that shit was funny.
Well, I got some good news last night, and it appears to be true because it looks like my awkward neighbour has moved out.
Why? What was your? Why was your neighbor awkward? What were they doing?
I was a bit of a pain in the ass.
Was he the one that was cutting the tree limbs and throwing them in your yard?
Yeah.
Right, what do you do when you pulled out a USB cable and you don't know what it's for?
He tied his washing line to the fence panels instead of putting a hook in the fence posts.
I know. When I redid my desk, when I put this new desk in, and I went back through all my wires, I had like 5 wires that were in my bundle that weren't plugged into anything.
What do you mean turn volume up?
Because over time I would add stuff, and I just wouldn't,
What the?
cut all the wire ties to pull the cable out, just like that. So I was able to get rid of a whole bunch of cables.
I'm about to redo mine, I think. Fucking
Making
cables
French
everywhere.
bread this morning. I've got
Oh, that's what it's to.
on the loaves and wait for the second rise. All right, Warren. Good luck with that. Should see you guys later. He's going to waiting for bread to rise so he can bake it, I guess.
Turns out it was to my what do you call it? Stream Deck.
Yeah,
So I decided to make the sticker with an indentation in it and make all the stuff on the outside I want, but nothing in the middle. I'm gonna get stickers made and just glue them in, bitch.
I don't think that'll look good. I think you should 3D print the stickers.
No, you should buy one of them cuts.
Wrong finger, Joe.
Let me see which one. There you go.
What they called? Can't remember now. Them printers that do stickers.
All
Yeah,
printers.
that's what I need. I need to just print stickers and glue them in there and tell everybody.
Well, you don't need to glue them in. They self-adhesive, won't they?
the Stream Deck has an update, by the way.
Mine doesn't.
I just checked and it said that there was an update.
Mine is the FHOOU. Whatever that is. Let me just check.
Mine's just flashing numbers right now, and I don't know why.
Settings. Device.
Let's see if this install fixes why it's doing that. I don't know why the fuck it's doing that. This update.
Yeah, mine's all up to date. And then it says check for updates.
Yeah, I haven't updated mine since probably 2 months ago. Actually, it was probably when I first put it in.
It
Yeah,
just
see
came
mine?
up with a message saying you're completely up to date. Yeah. I closed it down, then it come up with a message saying there's an update. Fucking stupid thing.
Yeah, mine's doing some weird shit right now. That update did not fix it. Maybe I just have to restart the computer later.
This is fucking uninstalled all my fucking stuff I've done. Grr.
Mine's still on the.
What the hell's going on with Lance?
I'm driving around in circles in the tunnel, in the parking garage. I'm done flying and now I'm trying to get out.
It's just a pattern on your camera. At first I thought it was smoking. I was like, is Lance on fire?
No, I'm in a parking garage.
All right, yeah. Makes more sense.
I'm just going going around in circles. Where's the exit? There's the exit, but they're not letting me out. Do I?
Start later.
Why can't Windows just accept that I want to use it? I think. Right, we're done. Let me see if we're done. Oh, it's actually more responsive. Ooh, me like.
Yeah, all I've got to hope now is that I get a decent neighbour moving in.
Oh, get in here.
The next
What do
door,
you?
teach you how to do property.
Is it a council property?
No,
No, that's not good.
private. Well, private rental.
Give me the landlord's number. I know somebody who can move in with next door to you. Bye, Laura.
They're nice houses. It's a 3-bedroom semi.
I hate when you get a 3-bedroom and a semi. Can't know which one room to go into.
Yeah. I think the rent on them's getting on for 900 a month, something like that.
Wait, a
That's-
3-bedroom semi-detached house for £900 a month.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
That's fucking cheap because that would only be what, like 700 US? Or
No.
no, opposite.
How much is £900 in US dollars?
It's about 1.2. Oh,
Yeah,
Approximately $1,188.60.
I was thinking backwards. Yeah,
£1,188.67.
that's still fucking cheap. 3-bedroom house around here would run $2,000 easy.
When you consider where I'm living now, a 1-bedroomed apartment where your kitchen and living room is in one, you have a bathroom, yeah, and 1 bedroom, they are going for 1,200 to 1,500 a month.
yeah. Well, it's your fault for living down south.
I don't have
Yeah.
to pay that. My rent's £100 a week.
Because Mark
Yeah,
lives
you
in the
don't
middle of the
pay.
hood.
Yeah.
No, my rent's one. Even if I had to pay
He was
£100 a
on-
week.
He was on benefits, so his rent was paid, but because it's a 3-bedroom house, and I think he's now on his own because I think his lad's moved out as well.
Yeah.
He's got 2 spare bedrooms that will be paying bedroom tax on.
If it's
Bedroom
private,
tax.
wait, no. Bedroom tax only for council properties, don't count private rent.
Is it? All right.
I'm gonna
They'll
start that.
only pay him equivalent to one, but you have to pay the top up.
You telling me this whole time I could have been charging Sarah bedroom tax?
No, it's what it was. It's not bedroom tax. Basically, a few years ago, to try and free up some properties for families, where single people were living in like 3-bed houses where everyone else has moved out. They brought in what they called a bedroom tax, which was 15% of your rent you would have to pay if you was on benefits. If
If you had
you wanted to stay there.
more bedrooms than people.
Yeah.
Okay. Alls I heard from that is I can charge Sarah 15% a month.
No, you can't because you need more than 1 bedroom.
He's got more than 1 bedroom.
No,
He's just
you would
got
need.
all full.
You can only charge Sarah if there was a spare room and she was sleeping in it.
So I just have to move her out to the couch, you're saying.
Yeah.
No, because that'd be a living room tax. See Sarah coming and Justin going, "Here's your sofa tax." Slap.
That's the point. I wonder if it's gone on Zoopla. We'll have to see how much it is.
Yeah, if you owe me
I tell you what, I bet you that rent's out. Really? Stop me, mister.
Because the same company owned the house either side of me, and the one next door, but one as well. So they own 3 out of the 10 houses in this.
Not going.
And
Yeah.
one of them they've done as a short-term let one, like an Airbnb. So we keep getting different people in every few weeks.
What do
Well,
you live
that's
like in a cul-de-sac or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that Airbnb is going to end soon under the new renters bill.
Oh, dude, they were talking about getting rid of them in Florida because they were just tired of all the problems they were causing.
It's
'Cause-
not that. When you think about it, a lot of people are buying second, third homes, converting them into B&Bs because they can charge what £2,000 a week instead of £2,000 a month.
Mm.
Yeah,
Well,
and then families don't get somewhere to live.
well, see, the problem here is they were having was, it'd be in some quiet neighborhood, which is fine. If a family's come vacation, they come stay, right? And then they
Yeah,
stay for
and
a
then you
week
get
and
a
leave.
party come.
Yeah, right. And then that's what they've been having problems in Florida is like right out of high school kids, and young college kids will come and they'll rent it out. Next thing you know, there's fucking 500 people in this neighborhood and they just start tearing it up. And, obviously all the regular residents are super pissed,
Yeah,
and then,
Mm.
yeah, so yeah, like our county alone was talking about banning them for a while there. They haven't done it
I think
yet.
I think they should be banned. Well, especially places like here where there's not enough.
Well, the thing is, if you're going to do Airbnbs, to me, if a company wants to do that, that's fine. Just build a neighborhood that's just Airbnbs. Go out.
Mm.
Like there's actually one here in Florida. There's one that's right near Disney, and that's all it is. The entire neighborhood's nothing but rental homes, short-term rentals.
Mm.
Like that's it. There's no actual regular residents that live in there. So every week it's a different family in each house. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way they do it. So you're not
Well,
really.
They seem to have been using it for people who they rent houses out to that need work doing on the house they're in. So they move them into this one while they do the work and then move them back again.
Okay, so it's some company that's doing renovations.
Yeah, but they also rent it out to companies that have workers who are coming up to Manchester to do work on a contract and then will go back down to wherever they live. So they tend to be here during the week, go home at weekend and come back again for the next week.
Because I don't remember if y'all remember, but like a year and a half ago, fucking we had an Airbnb in our neighborhood. It was like 3 houses over, and a family was staying there, and this girl came with the family and was a girlfriend of one of the boys that was there, and they had a big ass fight in the front yard. I was standing in the front yard watching this whole thing go down, and Uber came to pick her up and take her back to the airport because they were from like up north somewhere, and they were fighting and arguing and slamming doors. The Uber guy was getting pissed because she kept getting in and out of the Uber. And he told her, he said, if you don't get in right now, I'm just going to leave. She finally got in the car and drove off. And then they were all out there. The family was out there arguing with the son for like a half hour. And then the cops finally came and told them they needed to get back in the house and knock it off. But that house has now been sold. It's a private home now. It actually got sold about 2 months after that happened. Like I said, if you're a company and you're wanting to do that, to my advice would be just build a neighborhood and just make it just that. Make a gated neighborhood. It's just short-term rentals. That way you're in charge of the entire property. If something happens to another house, you're going through yourself and not having to deal with some regular resident that's living there.
Mm.
And then there was this massive freaking neighborhood I used to go in to do the gas meters, and it was nothing but like Jewish people living there, and it was like those really like Orthodox type Jewish people, you know? And you would see like groups of them just everywhere walking up and down the street doing their prayers, Bob doing that head bob thing they do when they're
In
doing
the
that.
sign, it's in the sign, Justin.
Do I?
Look on the screen I'm sharing.
Oh, I'm not at my computer. I'm in the kitchen at the moment.
It's a road that's had loads of like holes filled in all over the place, and someone spray painted it. Have seen holes filled in better on Pornhub. Not saying there's a pothole crisis in the UK, but there bloody well is.
Why you still here, Paul?
Yeah, I
Our
gotta
road-
go.
Our roads don't get messed up quick enough for them to
Joe,
even
Joe, you
fill
want
them
me
in.
to make you a host or just leave it co-host?
Leave it as it is.
Okay.
Yeah, if you make Joe host, he's booting me and Justin off, so don't do that.
No, if you make me a host, I'm booting you off, Paul.
No, they our roads don't get messed up fast enough to get potholes like they were out there repaving 60 and there was nothing wrong with it. Like it looked smooth as shit already.
Yeah,
And
you know
they were
what?
out there
I'm gonna print-
repaving it again.
Yeah, I'm going to print some stickers up for Paul's chair, so when he gets up, it says "Be right back." Hey, JDS. Hi, everybody else in the chat. Sorry, I've not been keeping up with it.
What's up,
I do
JDS?
2 million. I do 2 million one bloody things here.
No, but they were out there repaving 60, Highway 60, last week. And like if you drove down it, you would have think there was nothing wrong with it. It looked smooth as hell. But yet they were just going back over it again. The minute the roads start getting even like the slight bit of cracks in it, they just go right back over it again and redo the whole thing. But they use that machine that recycles the old pavement, you know what I'm saying? It brings it all in and then they remix it with some fresh stuff and then it just relays back out the ass end of the machine.
It's not on. But it might be a bit dearer then. Because 3-bedroom, well, 2-bedroom terraced at $12.50 a month.
Yeah, rents are
three-
going up.
3-bedroom detached at $13.50 a month.
I wish I had those rent prices around here. Be living good.
3-bedroom and terrace at $1,195 a month.
Like 4 or 5 years ago, a house was only like 900 a month. Now it's like 2,000.
You know what?
That
I am
much.
almost certain now the media, the news media over here, are hell bent on just causing shit for the sake of causing shit.
That's media everywhere, man.
Now they've done a news article. Donald Trump to stop over in the UK whilst visiting the Middle East on his way to Middle East.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
going to Saudi Arabia as his first.
Yeah. But apparently he's stopping over in the UK on his way over there. Right? So everybody's whipped themselves up into a frenzy. We're going to protest, get your placards out, all this shit. He's only stopping for fucking fuel. To
Did you
fuel
see
up his
the-
plane.
Did you see
JDS.
Did you see that the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, or it wasn't not Saudi Arabia, one of the rich oil countries, they're giving Trump a 780 or one of the 780 planes. It's like worth like 400 million, and they're
Yeah.
going to turn it into the new Air Force One. The Air Force is going to take it and redo it. Because they were talking for the last like 10 years, they were going to redo, like update Air Force One anyway. But apparently they're just giving it to them as a gift.
Yep. Here, have this gift. Oh, and it's falling out of the sky. Oh shit.
But it's one of those big ass 780s,
Yeah.
one of those massive ass ones.
Yeah. Question though, right? When you're not that popular in the Middle East, would you be accepting a gift from them?
I don't know. He seems to be pretty popular with the oil countries there,
Yeah,
like Saudi Arabia and Kuwait and stuff. He's pretty
they'll be
friendly with them.
searching every inch of that plane from front to back just to make sure there's nothing on it that shouldn't be.
Oh yeah,
Well-
because the Air Force is gonna take it and completely strip it and redo it, because they have to add all the countermeasures and all that shit into it. And everything else.
Pull a panel off and there's like 900 microphones. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
And
not like he's just gonna get it and start flying it. They're gonna have to go through it. And tear
You
it
never
apart.
know. You got to remember, he told North Korea to fuck off on Twitter. You just never know with Trump.
Rocket Man.
I think they're also checking to see if they can legally give it to him.
Well, see, if you take it as a gift of the United States, you can take it. He's not taking it as a personal gift. So if it's given to the people of the United States and they use it as Air Force One, then it becomes government. So I don't think if he was accepting it himself as a personal gift, then yeah, I would see there's a legal issue there.
Yeah. Well, it'd be interesting when he leaves office and he goes, "No, that's fucking mine. Piss off."
But the only thing is they're going to have to buy another one because they have to have two of them.
Well,
Yeah,
Because whenever the
See?
president,
that's where
they've got, to have
you.
one, they've got to have one for the vice president, haven't they?
well, no, it's not that. It's
One's
when
a
the president-
decoy.
Yeah, one's a decoy and also a backup whenever he flies somewhere. So
Yeah.
whenever Air Force One goes somewhere, there's always a carbon copy of it that flies with it, and you
Or
don't know
flies
which
just
one.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
flies just off. Now,
Right.
now you know what the deal is. We need to sell a couple more of these planes. When we give Trump one, he's gonna have to buy
Well-
2 more.
Well, they're Boeings. The Boeing's the one that makes them. They're the big 780s, or those big gigantic ass ones that they just came out with a few years ago. I'm pretty sure that's the one that they were giving them because that's what it looked like. That thing was fucking huge. It was one of those like 2 or 3 story planes.
Wouldn't it be easier just to give him a bare bones one and let them fit it out themselves then, rather than have to rip everything out of it and put it all back in again?
I don't know.
Hey, Mark, guess what episode of Only Fools and Horses I watched this morning?
Well, technically,
Miami?
Now, the one where they get arrested for the microwave by Slater.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
The one
Yeah.
where he got the letter
Yeah.
saying that he's not going to get prosecuted,
Yeah.
and then tells him
Yeah.
it was
If
him
you
that
give
pinched
yeah.
it.
Yeah. If you give me the name of who it is, I'll keep you immune from prosecution. Then he gets the letter and he goes, "So I can't get arrested for anything." He goes, "You've got more immunity than the Queen." And he goes, "So now tell me who stole the microwave?" "I did."
well, I know when back to what Mark said about giving them a bare bones one. I know when the military buys Boeing planes to refit them,
The doors
they
fall off.
they always get them right off the line, just like any company. Because they don't actually do the refits themselves. It's the Air Force and the subcontractors come in and do it.
Day one, check the hinges.
Yeah,
Uh,
put in a tracking jammer.
No, day one is check the hinges just in case the doors fall off or the side panels.
I'd love to know what countermeasures Air Force One has because they won't tell anybody. I can imagine that thing's got all kinds of jamming equipment, fucking radar.
Do you reckon it has a golf course on it for Trump? Like a mini course?
At least a putting green somewhere in there.
Yeah. Hits the ball at one side of the play, hits the pilot on back at head, knocks him out. Shit!
I think a lot of the presidents, I know George W. Bush was a big golfer. I think Obama was too.
I think most of them are.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's
was famous.
well, like I said too, golfing's kind of one of those, like an everyday man can play it, but it's definitely when you think of golf, you think of rich people. You know,
I think of Lance, and I don't think of him being rich.
think of
Yeah.
I'm saying you think of like business guys out on the green making business deals while they're playing a game of
Well,
golf.
you look
and
at the
shit like that.
commercial. If you ever watch a golf tournament, watch the commercials. They're, insurance and prudential and investment, and they're definitely catering to those folks that have money.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like there's a private golf course out here that's out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, in the middle of fucking nowhere. There's nothing for miles around it. And there's like a 10-story hotel, and yeah, and you go in there and it's like a bunch of Lamborghinis pulling up in there and Porsches, and yeah, it's like a little millionaire's playground over there. I used to have to go out there and do the gas meters, and they were real finicky about people being out there that looked like they were workers.
Oh yeah, I delivered golf carts in college to different golf courses, and yeah, it's pretty uppity for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you'll have your nice little everyday public golf courses that their everyday person goes to, but then you'll go to those really poshy ones. Yeah, everybody's got to be dressed up and everything, and like this one I go to, all the employees are in like suits, and like even like the caddies are dressed really nice and everything. Like, like all the hotel staff, you'll see them. They're all in suits and dresses, and yeah, I wish Disney would redo some of the commercials they've been having on Disney Plus, because it's nothing but drug and alcohol commercials. It's kind of funny it's kind of a kids oriented app. All the commercials are either White Claw commercials or fucking some drug companies advertising the next drug. I told Sarah the other day I was watching Star Wars on there. I said, "What in the hell's going on here?" She goes, "What?" I said, "It's nothing but drug and alcohol commercials." I said, "Isn't it supposed to be a kids app?" All right, I'm jumping off. I'll catch y'all later.
See you, Justin.
Okay, see you later.
Yeah, have a good day.
So still no word, Joe. They're still holding your drone hostage.
Yeah, it's still holding me hostage. Yep, still holding me hostage. Still wondering why Paul went to get that dog's nails cut. That dog digs so much in the backyard, he probably doesn't need it. But Paul,
Mhm.
Yep. Paul was all nervous this morning when nobody was on.
Yeah.
He kept saying, I don't know if anybody's gonna come on.
When we do come on, he buggers off.
Yeah, I know he bugs off anytime. You know, like I said, we need to change this channel. We need to boot him off. Let's see, we need to take him off his channel and say, it won't let me sign in. Yeah, we know.
Hmm.
You never hear Paul. I still can't get over the bonehead thing he did the other day, where he took the video for that woman, for the school,
Yeah, and gave it
and he
this.
just
Yeah.
it's like he got nervous or something. Well, how did it look? It looked all right here. Take the call.
Yeah, I don't think it was his calls earlier when he rung the school and asked me back and said, "Don't delete the video. I want to see it. I want to watch it." I was thinking to myself, "It's not going to go down well." Oh, really? And then gives him his address. Oh, really?
So you want to see the kids, right? And that does kind of like weak.
Yeah, I want. I just said I just want to check how the flight went. I don't want to see the video.
And I'm not being creepy.
Much.
Yeah, I've seen some creepy things in the past. What gets me is you see some of the creepy things that happen at the school with the coaches or with the like I'll be sitting in the gym waiting for something to happen, like for an event. And I'll be sitting there and just some of the relationships some of the coaches have with some of the students just doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
Because you got to you got to watch every word you say to them. And I can understand why, you know.
Yeah, you do.
Because I tell you what, when I was in school, it was not even close to. I mean, I couldn't be in school right now because if I was in school right now, I probably wouldn't pass. My mind would not be on school. I'm just glad I'm old enough that I'm so past that stage to have to worry about what people look like or what people are. I just go there and make it a job. I go push my brand, and that's about it. And then when they talk to me, it's Mr. Joe, Mr. Joe. So we keep that relationship like that. Now, the only problem is I do have about 3 of them that'll come up, hey, Joe. Hey, Joe. You know, but it's like, I got one of them now. She's 23 years old at Alabama. She needs to come say, hey, Joe. She started her own Instagram where she talks about makeup. I could watch her put on makeup all day. But she's 23 years old now. That's like the girl I know in at WVUE, Channel 8, Maddie. This girl, it's a dream job. She was at Slidell High School, and she was in broadcasting. It's all she wanted to do. She went to college for 4 years, came back. She's right now 27 years old, and she's now an anchor at WVUE. And she puts on Instagrams and her getting ready for the broadcast, doing her makeup. And I told her, I said, please stop doing that. I texted because I know her real good. I said, every time I look on there and I'm sitting there watching you do your makeup, I watch it about 20 times. Please stop.
Yeah, that doesn't really sound creepy, honest.
No, I said, because well, she's 27. I told her, I said, it makes me feel creepy because I watch the transition and how beautiful you are before you start and then what you look like afterwards. And she goes, well, you come over and watch me do it. No. But if we're at an event where I'm shooting something, like she shoots a lot of the 4th of July celebration, if I'm doing one of those, she could be a half a block away and see me and got to come over to give me a hug. And she was a cheerleader at Slidell High School, which I was never affiliated with, but I took pictures of both groups when they were doing their stuff, and she bought pictures from me before. And if I was at a basketball game, I might be sitting next to her during the thing, shooting when they were. Yeah. Lance, we're not letting him in.
There you are. Maybe not.
Lance.
Hey, made it to school safely.
Hey, Gitchy.
That creepy bell chick situation. Yeah, I got one downstairs that walked past my thing the other day, looked at my thing and blew me a kiss.
How old is Belichick's girlfriend? 22?
I think she's 24.
Lance, that classroom's a mess.
Yeah. Those kids don't push their chairs in.
They don't have cleaners that go around every night and tidy everything up.
Why should they? They
No.
got parents to do that.
No, it happens about once every 2 weeks, probably.
Over here in the UK, they have cleaners that go around and tidy up every classroom. Not from me, JD. Not from me. I have no information whatsoever. I stick to birds of the feather type.
It's weird. The camera in Zoom
JD, get you.
is backwards compared
Jody
to the
again.
YouTube channel.
I'm gonna call up there in a minute. I'm gonna fuck you right in the beak. There you go. Poop in the bag. Oh, shout out. gave them a whole tray of sunflower seeds earlier, and they had to fight over one of them. Fuck the rest in the tray. They wanted that one. Right,
Put a shot collar on them.
fucking free going on.
That's fun. That's pretty good.
Ugh. Gitchy, you're missing all this lovely warm weather in the UK. Roll on 6 o'clock. Thunderstorm. Yay. Clear the air.
Let's see if I'm not held hostage. I'm getting some mail.
You got mail. Goodbye. Fucking 8 all for that.
Yeah, I'm still being held hostage. I think I'm going to text them today and I'm going to say, okay, you've had the flight records for over a week. You've had the drone for almost a week. I said, I had a drone that was decided to speed up and obstacle avoidance, did not work. You see that it did that. I almost lost an eye. I was able to block it because I have quick reflexes. I said, I think I'm getting to run around. I said, I don't want to get it to another level. If I have to bring it up to another level, we need to make a decision. You know? What do you think?
Right. So, I've contacted. Will you shut, you little fucker? Right. So, I've contacted my friend in Blackpool. Yeah. And asked him for a video of the weather on the 29th of October. Yeah. And he could only find one. It ain't looking good. Yeah, we're down.
What, you mean last October?
Apparently, this has been the weather for the last 3 Octobers. Like, apparently, this is what I'm going to be walking through. Luckily, there's a light bulb there.
Welcome back to a new video. So today, Blackpool is getting battered by the storm and the waves. Just have a look at this. So we're going to have a walk along the seafront, but it is really, really choppy. Look at the waves. Oh, jeez. Absolutely so.
Stop this fucking thing. Yeah, I am thinking of changing the date.
You talking about the wedding?
No, that's the weather for Black when I do the walk in Blackpool.
Oh.
That's what it's not.
Change the date and see what's going to happen. You're going to get a black eye.
I'm doing a walk for domestic abuse, and you say I'm going to get a black eye for changing the date.
That's funny.
You sound precious. Precious. Ruff, ruff. Does she look around when we talk to her and call her name?
Sometimes, yeah. At the moment, she's more interested in
What's in your food?
me giving her some of my porridge.
Oh, you should have been at my brother's yesterday. We're all sitting around and they got 5 hamburgers sitting on the counter it was 6 hamburgers starting with. And they've got one dog that can get up on the counter. And I walk over there and notice there's 5 hamburgers, and the dog is licking his mouth and everything. A few minutes later, the dog comes out the kitchen, licking his mouth again. I went there. There's 4 hamburgers. I said, Kirk, you do know Laney's eating those hamburgers, right? And he looked over at Laney, and she put her head down and went in the corner. She just snagged 2 hamburgers off. Hurry up. Hurry up. Boot Paul. Boot Paul.
Somebody's called walking TJ up.
Oh, man.
That's not a way to thing to say when I say somebody's walking TJ up. How did it go?
Wild Child City. He was barking. He was people bringing their other dogs in, and he'd try to attack them. And oh man,
Get off my property. Well, all he needs is a bit of training.
Yeah.
he needs a lot of training.
Paul needs a bit of training.
Well, you know, I shouldn't be thinking this way, but I'm thinking about turning him back in.
Hell no. Paul, he's a unique dog.
Oh, he's unique, all
Wait,
right.
you gonna train him in and get another one?
Trade him in and get an older one.
No, you need to train him in. If you turn him in, don't get another one.
Now,
You keep doing that, they won't give you another one.
yeah, Paul,
Yeah.
you need to train him and mold him in normal ways into how you want him. You know, reward him for being good. Don't reward him for being bad. Once he knows he gets a treat for being good, he'll be good.
Uh-huh.
What Paul needs to do is let him be him, and he needs to get out himself and get a little more active so that he can be active with the dog. But all the Boston Creams are stopping him.
The only thing I would say, Paul, he's Booney's probably like that because he isn't around other dogs all the time. Yeah, so he's like, he sees other dogs near you and he's like, this is my owner, piss off, get off. My owner, do one. Yeah, he's defending you.
No, he's defending something, but it ain't me.
Probably playing.
Well, the first thing he does, he goes in and pisses on the corner of the counter where the girls are sitting.
Yeah, he smells all the other dogs that probably did it.
That's what happens.
Everybody marks their spot.
Has he been neutered?
Yep.
What they are. They have to be born by America. This species subsidizing socialist healthcare systems in Germany.
Louis.
Sellers here. Agricultural, we sell them virtually none. You know, pick up,
You'll get you. So Star was having a drink from the water ball in Rio and Bluey's cage. And Bluey chased her off, pushed her out. Yeah, and then sat on the door to say you can't get back in. So Star went through the other door and pushed him out.
Could be the same top line, but it's gonna be distributed different. The rest of the world's different.
Oh, man. That just about took everything out of me.
Oh, you got to give him time.
He's been here a month.
Yeah, but he's a baby. He's just a baby.
A month and a half. I got him on the first day of March.
You get your days mixed up.
Right. Paul.
He's 5 years old.
Yep. And Paul, let me ask this question.
What?
When you was 5, was you not a little shit?
No, I was an angel.
I'm sure you was.
Just like Joe says, he grew up as an angel too.
Paul, you said the dog was 4 years old, born on March 1st. So you're getting your dates mixed up.
Hang on a minute. I'll tell you when he was born. Boone was born. I got him on March the 1st. His date of birth is 8/20/20. So he's coming up on
5.
Coming up on 5 years.
Oh man. It takes the stuffing right out of me.
Give him chance,
So that tells me you need to stop eating the Boston cream if we got no stuffing.
Think of it this way, Paul. Right? You go to your window, right? And there's another human sat on your lawn, right? Just sat there. Randomly just sat there drinking a beer. What are you going to do?
Ignore him.
Hey, what? Tell him to fuck off.
That's what you would do, David. I'd ignore him.
Most logical people would tell him to fuck off and get off your lawn, right? Because that's what Boone's doing. He's just protecting where he is. He doesn't have other dogs around him, so he's like, I'm the only dog around town. Get off my lawn. That's all it is.
I think he's a little tired.
Oh, look. You know what, Paul? If I could get over there, I'd take him.
Right, Boner? Yeah.
See? Get that. Proper response when you called him.
Yeah, his response is, I'm going out the other way. Well, lay down. Lay down.
I love Booner, Paul.
Get off my monitor. And you. Just cleaned it. Happy birthday, Miss 2 Vision Aerial.
Mark's got the right. He's got you got an older dog, right, Mark?
Yeah. But I think she's getting to the point where she's
slowing down in life.
Yeah, extremely.
So you're not looking forward to the day you got to put him down, right?
Yeah.
Her down.
Who does?
Yeah, I'm hoping it doesn't come to that. I'm hoping she just goes peacefully in her sleep.
I don't think that happens that often, but yeah, I would hope so too.
I mean, that other than one of my cats, which died of E. coli from picking up some, what's it, something out of somebody's trash, I think, like some dodgy chicken or something. She died on her second birthday. Most of them have just faded away.
Well, all I'm going to say is I wish my
Legacy.
birds would do that.
Well, your birds have been trying to escape for quite a while, haven't they?
Yeah, they're not trying to escape. They just want to tease the cat outside.
Well, what do you think would happen if one of them would be let loose outside?
Well, we wouldn't be seeing them again.
It wouldn't come back.
Well, it depends which one it is. If it's Star, then she would. You know, she'd be back fast. I just have to hold my hand out, and off she comes. Over she comes. Yeah. If it was Lou, I'd just take Star outside, or even Delwyn, take Star outside, and it'd be straight back. But if it was Rio and Bluey, they'd just gone a mad one. And when they realised there's no food ball and tried to get back, they'd probably realise that they pissed that cat off one too many times, and the cat's going to go breakfast. Birds are very loyal, you know.
Do cats eat very many birds?
Oh, yes.
As many as they can get. They also eat squirrels, so get a couple of cats.
Joe. You know, he talks like that just to ring my bell, but I know he loves my squirrels.
Yeah, I love them in a jambalaya.
Yeah, what he needs is a bobcat.
What do they call those great big cats? The big huge ones?
Tigers. Lions.
No. Domesticated cats. I've seen where there's some cats that are like 70.
Maine Coon.
Mancoons. Okay.
Maine.
I tell you what I would call it. If I went to someone's house and saw it, I'd be like, look at that giant fucker.
I know a couple of women, Mancoons.
Can we all just spare a moment?
They're cougars.
Yeah. Right. Can we all just spare a moment to wish One Vision Ariel, Dustin's wife, a very happy birthday?
Happy birthday, Justin's wife. Dustin's wife.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Boone is singing happy birthday over here.
Happy birthday.
Hey, Giggles, wake your ass up and get on it.
Right, that's me done. Thanks, Joe.
6 o'clock, 8 o'clock this morning. I'm so tired. Go to sleep at night. Oh, David, you do realize I'm still working on this thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's because all your editors are demanding that you get it right. Don't just do it to do it.
And if anybody wants to know what a Windows 95, the Microsoft Windows 95 webcam does, when you plug it into your computer, it acts as a power switch. Yeah. Plugged it in, instantly just turned the computer off. It was like, back off. Poof. That's going in the bin.
Yeah, I'll show you the new one.
I would think the parts would be worth something on it, isn't it?
What, a webcam?
Oh, a webcam.
Yeah, it's the Windows 95, the official Microsoft Windows 95 webcam. As soon as I plugged it in, it went doom doom boom. That was it. The computer were off.
Here's a new one, David. That's the new one. And the other side, I gotta fix the other side. I didn't go. I thought I didn't go in that. I did not go in that deep with it.
Yeah, I was going to say they look pretty deep.
I mean, I don't understand why it's that deep. I didn't go that deep in it. I know what it is. That ring. That ring went too deep.
Well, it was
Guess I
Mark
got to pay
Fisher's,
attention to the other side when I'm putting something in there.
it was Mark Fisher's birthday 2 days ago.
I've come up with an idea for these little polka chips. When I send the wedding invites out, I'm actually putting the my charity event details on. Say if you want to donate, want to get us a gift, donate here. Yeah. And on the other side, it says you only. So they ain't getting a +1. Anyone any good at flower arranging?
No.
I've got to do 6 bouquets.
Oh yeah, Joe is. Joe, show him your flower arrangement.
Yeah, I'm too far. Too far away.
Yeah. I have to do 6 bouquets for the wedding. One for the bridesmaid, 4 for the nieces, and 1 for Laura.
Well, you go to a florist and you have them do it.
Let me see. No.
I'll get to the ring.
By the time you screw around, you're not going to make. They do it wholesale.
Yeah.
You're gonna end up but doing retail.
Paul, my wedding is costing me 500 quid in full, right?
It's cheap.
1 bouquet of flowers is for a wedding is 150 quid. I'd spend more on flowers than I would on the wedding.
Well, what are the pictures going to show more of? Probably the flowers than you on the wedding.
It's for 20. I'm not spending £150 on a bouquet that's going to be there for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, I go when they go, do you take Laura to be your local wedding wife? And I'll go, well, I suppose I have to.
You suppose you have to? That's what you're going to say?
Yeah, I suppose I have to. I did pay for this thing.
Oh, my God.
I'm not really, Paul.
Yeah. I guess I've got to get the money's worth. Yeah.
Laura's going to punch the shit out of you.
Well,
We know that coming.
I'm sorry, but she said to me when I said you need to pick your wedding songs, she told me to pick them, right? So I said, okay, the song you're going to come into is Meghan Trainor, yeah, Dear Future Husband, right? She was like, yeah, I'm fine with that. And I said, and the song we're going out to is all about Meghan Trainor, all about the bass. That's it. And that was like, oh, we'll keep pick the songs.
No, the one that you go out to's got to be Tammy Wynette.
Which one?
Divorce.
I don't know.
It
I might
comes
go back to
final
the...
today.
I might see, because obviously I get to spend a bit of time with the guests before before Laura comes in. Yeah, I might pick YMCA as the final song, and get all the guests doing the YMCA as we're going out, just to freak her out.
Get them all to do a Mexican wave.
Yeah, or the birdie song.
Yeah. Push pineapple, shake the tree.
No, that reminds me, I've got to fucking get all that in tomorrow. I've not even started it.
You typically tropical. Well, I'm going to Barbados. I don't know how that group got away with bringing that exactly the same song out with changing the word Barbados to Ibiza.
Here you go, David.
Well, you can do that if you get the rights.
Mm.
Now I got pilot on one side with the drone.
Yeah.
On the other side, I got the drone with 107.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get stickers made and just glue them in there. What do you think?
You need the picture of you with one of them little leather pilot flight caps on and a pair of goggles.
Yeah. What you know your drone flyer thing in the background? You got in the background
Right.
there.
Right.
Why don't you get a small lithophane of that and put it in there?
Now I'm gonna get, like I said, I'm gonna get the stickers made exactly how I want it. You know,
The only problem with
easy that way.
the only good thing to stickers is if you change your logo, you just reprint some more and you know,
Yeah, I know.
just stick them over the top of the other ones. But
That
you've got
would be easier to do.
yeah, but you've also got another problem if you print stickers.
What?
TJ wants some.
Well, TG always wants some.
TJ loves his stickers.
So this is the base. I'm gonna leave it just like this. Like I said, I'm trying to put the this was the last night when I did. This is the one I did last night.
Yeah.
And that one came out good. This side came out good.
Looks all right, yeah.
It did that night because I was trying to flatten it out and have the USA drone flyer and everything like recessed in like a hole. But I can't get it for some reason wide enough that it comes out where you could it overlaps for some reason. If I had a 0.2 nozzle, it'd probably work.
Yeah.
You know, that would probably do it. So this one would work for the wet side, but the back side just completely did not work. The pilot came out perfect, but the lettering was too small. It says Captain Joe America, but again, it might work if I have a 0.2 nozzle, because then it make it a little bit thinner. And the letters actually came out good, but it was because it's an 04, it just made them messy, you know?
Yeah.
Because that would have been perfect if I could have got it like that. I would have been happy with it, with the letters, be able to do the front and the back, but have them dropped in letters. Because I would rather it that way. Because it looked better, you know? So I'm still deciding whether I really do want to make stickers or do I want to try to find a way to do it a different way.
How much is a 0.2 nozzle? And how easy are they to change?
Yeah, and what I've got right now, this new one, I've actually made the hole bigger. So now, if I put the solid in there, I've actually got a thicker. I've got more room to write. Let's put it that way. See where all the dots are? Now it goes all the way over to the letters, and all those dots are going. That might make a difference. Because I'll be able to make the letters bigger. But I need to find a way. You see, in Tinkercad sucks because it only gives you 3 or 4 ways to do text. If it let me do what I want, if I had my choice to text, I could probably find one that would work.
Well, got a little tip for you.
What's the
save
tip?
the file, download Bamboo. Yeah. And import it. Don't just open it. Import it into Bamboo.
Right.
Yeah. Just tell the Bamboo software you have a printer. You don't have to. Yeah.
Right.
And then use their editor because they've got shitloads of different texts. Once you've got it spot on, export it as an SVG file, and then you can open it up in your software, and it'll do it.
Well, in mine, in AnchorMate, it actually has text. I just need to go figure out how to put the text on the thing, because every time I try to do it, it won't. I got to go do a tutorial to figure out how to do it. I might be able to do it right there.
Yeah, I know on Bamboo it's pretty simple. You just click the text, hover it over, type in the text that you want, change your size and everything, and you hover your mouse over the object, and it will put it on. And then once you've got it to the right size, you then just adjust it to the angle you want it at.
Yeah, I tried it. It wouldn't let me even do the text, like type the text for some reason.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna figure it out. Because the base is good. This is good. Because that will work. Because I know that when I printed it off, it does work. Those letters work good. I just need to find a way to do it. And it could be that instead of trying to put Joe America across, I might just put Captain Joe America. The 3 ways might make it a lot easier. But then I got to find a place to put YouTube. But where'd Paul go this time?
I know.
He's going to be walking in my classroom in those empty chairs pretty soon.
Stay, stop.
He's still
Yelling at the dog. Probably getting ice cream.
Boston creams.
No, he's probably got what he ought to do is you ought to take the Boston cream, put it on the bottom, put the ice cream on the top.
Mm.
Go and encourage him.
Let's get him he'll fall over after about 3 bowls. Because I notice every day when he walks, he's getting a little bit further, leaning forward. Trying to figure out why they're cutting the freaking grass today. They got it on Wednesdays. Why they got to they make too much noise around here?
Hey, Joe,
Yes, sir.
I turned Boone over to a friend of mine, tenant upstairs, older gal. She's pretty robust, and she took Boone for a walk,
Okay.
and he got away from her right away, and she chased him down and got him again. So they're out for a walk.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. He doesn't need a walk. He just needs to run the backyard.
Well, he's got the door open to do that.
Well, that, like I said, that's all he needs.
Well, the only
You don't
thing
have to
is
worry about
that
losing him.
she's trained dogs before, so maybe she could get him to sit, stay, and listen. You know.
Well, she did a good job of losing him right off the bat.
Well, what happened was he wrapped himself around the flagpole, and she went to change hands, and he bolted.
He's smart.
Yeah, he is.
Well, there you go. Training to remember your passwords.
Boone wouldn't know the passwords.
Well, he might know them. He just won't be able to tell you what they are. Boone, what's the password? Woof, woof, woof. What? What you want doing? Pretty boy. Ah.
He is a wild child. Maybe I should take him back, Joe. What do you think?
You don't want my opinion on that.
No comment.
I don't think you are going to take him back. You need to stop threatening it because, you know,
Well,
it upsets people.
the problem is I love him, David.
Exactly. So you need to stop threatening it because all it does is upset you, what people watching, and you know
Yep.
we all care for Boone and we all care for you, and we just think, you know,
It'll work itself out. Is that what you guys are hoping?
it'll get there. Yeah, you got to let him get through his toddler state years. Remember, you're a new owner. He's got to get used to you as much as you got to get used to him.
Yeah.
He's not a Mia. Yeah, he's unique in his own way, like
He's-
every dog, his own personality.
He sneaks up on you.
Exactly.
What was that?
Somebody's phone.
That's
It's Lance's phone.
yeah, that's Lance getting told. Oi,
Yes. Okay. Okay. Bye now.
the kids are coming. Run. Does Lance still realise he knows he's like still on here and
So Joe,
there he
Yes,
is.
sir.
can you see that? I don't know if you can see that or not.
I see a chip.
Yeah. So you see it chipped over by my eye, right?
Yeah.
And I've been flying like that the last couple of flights. It's been fine, but
I mean, it's like the tip broke off.
yeah. And I've been flying it just because it's worked, but I think I'm going to replace it. Have you replaced any of your Avada props yet?
Never.
Wondering how
I didn't even replace props on the Mavic 3, the original props.
Okay. Wondering if it's you take out you must take out the top. Yeah, take out the top. Okay. I'll play with that today. Replace
Oh,
that
it wasn't here earlier. Yeah, but let me show you what the weather I'm facing for my charity event. This is Blackpool on the 29th of October.
Not this year, last year.
Roger, no traffic below
He
11,
thinks I'm gonna get wet.
below 11 and 12 over. Roger, starting a traffic count.
You have to get one of them clear plastic punch
Hey,
holes.
Corey. Get one of them what?
Clear plastic punch holes.
No. Read the thing. It says no coat, no glory.
Yeah.
Is that no coat or no Coke?
No, both. I'm only drinking Dr. Pepper.
What do you think of that new raspberry Dr. Pepper?
No. Laura's had it, but no, I'm sorry. It's either Dr. Pepper or nothing. I'm not buying none of these new Fandango. There's no sugar, low shit crap. Right? No government, no fucking takeaway, no restaurant's going to tell me what Dr. Pepper I'm drinking.
You're a traditionalist then.
Yes.
Now, I like to try the coconut Dr. Pepper, but it's not here.
Yeah. My Dr. Pepper addiction, right, is like my Windows addiction. Still at Windows 7.
Mm.
Yeah, no one's changing it.
I think the only one that I've tried and actually didn't mind was the cherry one.
Cherry Dr. Pepper?
Back off.
Yeah.
And my son said that when they were in Alaska, his wife, I think she drank more Dr. Pepper than you drink the Diet Pepsis. And they had a coconut Dr. Pepper. But you had to buy it in a case. You couldn't buy it singular.
And individually. Okay.
Yeah, you couldn't get the individuals. And because they were looking for them, couldn't find them. They said, no, they only come in a case. And it was like an 18 pack. And it was a special deal. And they were getting ready to leave Alaska. So they didn't want to buy 18 of them. You know, and I said, man, I tell you what though, he's looking for them. He says he hasn't found them anywhere else. But everybody he talked to said that it was probably the best flavor they ever did.
So they're not available online anywhere?
No, I've checked. He's checked. It's a special deal, and it's only certain times a year. Why is that showing it like that?
Is it coconut cream or coconut?
He said coconut. It could be coconut cream. You got to understand, he's a military officer, so he could be wrong. Sir. Well, there you go. But that's on eBay. Somebody bought it, and they're selling them a can at a time.
Well,
I'm not buying
actually over here,
$150 for a case of it.
Ah,
Yeah, I don't want it that bad.
he got him tired out.
Yeah, he's tired now. He's pooped. You need some water? Here, you want
Has
to
he
take
got
some
water in his dish?
Huh?
Has he got water in his dish?
I don't know. Yep. What? Hi. How you doing? You did good on the way back. Want to take it off? Good boy.
There you go. Dr. Pepper Creamy Coconut, 12-pack. $30.
That's still too much.
yeah, $2.50 a can.
Then I drink it.
Okay, Bone, come here. No, yeah,
Take
go
it
on.
out.
Come here.
I won't let him out. I gotta eat something.
Come here, Bone.
Let him out.
Guys, I have actually got a red ink stamp. Yeah. that is the same size and shape as Laura's blusher. I'm thinking of swapping it.
Holy cat, Joe, 12-pack cans, limited edition, $150.
I
Yeah, we
said
just done a
that 3
$30
minutes ago,
one.
Paul.
I heard you say that, but then I went looking to see if it wasn't somewhere else, but they're getting $5 a can.
There's a 12
Yeah,
pack
but
for $29.
$30 there.
A 12 pack for $150 is about $12 a can. So it's 13 even.
Well, look, yeah, if you buy 2 of the 12 packs, you get them for $26.98 a piece. That's only $50.
And you see next year, if they come in next year together, if I can find them like that, I might buy them and have them here.
There you go.
But I'm not gonna just spend $26. See, when I used to work EMS, we used to have a coffee shop, that Caldi's coffee shop, that we could go get coffee for free, and it was specialty coffee. You go in there and you get your like a creamy blackberry coffee, and it was like it was a killer. The taste, I mean, this stuff, stuff was so good, and they charged way back then. Remember, they charged like $7 for one of those. It was like $7 for these things. It was a really big specialty shop in the French Quarter. But we could pull in with the ambulance, walking in, they give us a coffee, we'd leave. They give them to us because we worked at night. The night crews got free coffee.
Wow.
So my partner we used to stop there. She'd go in there at night, and what do you want? I don't want anything. Well, come on, they're free. I don't want anything because I don't want to get accustomed to a taste like this. And then when I do want one, I have to pay $7.
Yeah.
Like that. So one day I was standing in there reading all the stuff, and the guy said, "Why don't you just try it?" I said, "No, because I'm not going to come back and buy it." Like this. And he said, "What's your favorite flavor out of all those flavors?" I looked up there, I said, "The blackberry sounds good." He said, "Let me make you one." He made me one. That bitch had me hooked that quick. But the only time I drank them was when I worked. He had a blackberry taste with the coffee, which overrode the bitterness of the coffee. So he had most of the blackberry, and then he had a cream in it that just, it was hard not to drink. Let's put it that way. But I knew if I did it, I'm in trouble.
Well, what do you think, Joe? Are we about ready to close it down?
Yeah, it don't matter.
It's up to you.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay, we'll just keep it going then. We got 16 people watching.
Yeah, so that's why I'm wondering why you wanted to get rid of everybody.
Hey, Corey.
Hi, Corey.
Corey says Windows 98 SE.
Tired of these gloomy days. I want a good day.
It's glorious sunshine here again. But it's a bit breezy. Does it say the wind is? It's 24 degrees centigrade, which is 76 Fahrenheit. But 18 mile an hour gusting to 32.
Amazing.
You know, all I'm doing is sitting there messing with this chip. I've got the base ready to go, but what's happening is that I've got one of the drones that I put in there on the bottom. It's coming through the ridge. In other words, it's coming through the circular on the inside, and I can't get it to knot. I'm actually putting another one in there in the solid to try to fill it.
Can you make the drone smaller?
No, it's what you call it. It's just it can't breach the wall. That's all it's got to do. Can't breach the wall. If I can bring it up to right where the wall's at, I'm good. It looks like I got it, but once I tell it to save it, it tells me no.
You see what Dustin put in the chat, Joe?
The Dr. Pepper. Oh wait, no.
Yeah.
12 cans, $3, 3 for $12. Dollar General had them. Well, I got a gazillion Dollar Generals. I'm gonna go look.
Joe, if you think your idea is crazy, wait till you see what I've got to design. I've got to print a badge, yeah, and I've got to start it. So it's got part of the circle. Then it's going to have a clip where I can stop the print and drop the safety pin in,
Right.
and then continue the print to print the rest of the badge, and it's going to be made of 4 colors. And I don't have AMS.
Yeah, that's gonna be technical.
I think it's going to have to be one where I have to do it on a base, I think. On a raft. And I've got to turn 4 of them into key rings. Pen. Not that pen. Where's all my fucking Rion Blue? Where's my pens?
And they steal your pens?
They every fucking one of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're just reminding you that they're your pen pal.
in summer. Pencil then. Oh crap. Not really done. No, I need some paper. Gone. You'll do.
Well, Laura's taught him well.
Ooh. Just might work.
But you got it?
Yeah. I'm only have to use 3 colours. Purple, the luminous green, and the luminous blue.
Aluminium?
No, luminous.
Illuminous. Not illuminous, not aluminum.
No, just luminous. There's no letter at the beginning of it.
One Vision says they already have a 12-pack of that pop too.
You must be delayed. We said that 5 minutes ago, didn't we?
Yeah. Well, guys, I'm gonna go and get Rio and Bluey out the kitchen because
Okay.
I doubt they're going through the food cupboard.
Okay.
We'll,
We'll close it down then. Mark, thanks for being
we're
here.
packing it in, I guess. Paul's waiting.
Bye, everybody.
Catch you all later.